Hi, I'm Edina City Manager Scott Neal, and you're watching On the Job, a program where we show you the hard-working men and women that make the city of Edina a great place and show you some things that can only be learned on the job. I'm in the streets of Edina today, and we're going to learn something that's very near and dear to drivers' hearts, and that is how to fill a pothole. And I'm here with Carl. Carl is one of our public service workers. Carl, tell us about what your job is when you're filling potholes. How do you go about doing it?
So what we do is in the spring, in the fall is our big push for potholes after the winter thaw. And what we usually do, Scott, is we go into plow routes so we stay organized. And we go up and down each street, but we also go off our work order requests too.
Right, so I see you here holding an iPad. I didn't really expect to see that today. So how does an iPad help you do your job?
So it helps a lot. What happens is in the morning when we get in to the shop, we go into our tough pad and all the service requests and pothole requests from the residents, we go right in and go in order, and those are our first priority in the morning.
So those work orders come to us via the Edina to Go app that anybody can get on their phone, right?
Yes, and you can also call into Public Works too.
Fantastic. So a pothole really is the street surface is breaking up and there's something under it that's not supporting the street. What happens? Can you explain that?
Yeah, so what happens is, you can see in these cracks right here, what happens is the moisture gets down in there and gets trapped into the road base. And then what happens is once it freezes and unthaws, it just deteriorates and makes a dish into the road, and it just eventually keeps wearing and wearing, and then we have a huge pothole.
Do you feel like you're filling the same pothole year after year? Do they pop up at the same place?
It seems like it because we're on the same streets, but normally we tack it and it's not usually the same pothole.
Okay. So can you show me how to do this job?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So the first step, Scott, what we're gonna do is grab our blower to get all the dust and debris out. So this truck's equipped with everything we need. So what I usually do is I come up, try to get all that out so that we have no debris in there. Now our second step is we're gonna have to tack this so that it adheres, the two layers adhere together.
So tack is just the sticky stuff, liquid kind of, right?
Yep.
All right.
We're gonna tack that. You gotta be careful because it's got a lot of pressure. So we tack that, and we gotta be really careful of residents' driveways. That's our #1 goal. Stay clear of their driveways or their cars that are parked on the street, because it does not come off. Our third step is to grab some asphalt.
And this is hot, right?
Yep, hot asphalt. Then our fourth step, we're gonna rake it. We try to get it as smooth as we possibly can. It doesn't always work out that way, but we try our hardest. Then our last step is to pack it down. All right. You gotta make sure the water is on so that it doesn't stick to the plate. That's it. We go to the next one.
All right, Carl. I think I'm ready to do one.
I think you are too.
Let's do it. One pull. All right. Next thing we do is we put some tack down.
Correct.
Without getting it all over me.
Yep.
All right. Carl, we don't have just this asphalt sitting around, right? It comes, you got to go get it from somewhere?
Yep, we have to get it from the batch plants.
And it's hot.
Yes,
right?
Very hot. About 220 usually.
220.
190, somewhere in there.
And you got to try to keep it hot, otherwise it gets into being a rock, right?
Correct. That's why we have a insulated box to try to keep it as hot as we can.
So we're doing this the hand way, but you got another truck that does this mechanically, right?
Correct. We have a spray patcher too that one guy runs. This is usually a 2 or 3 guy operation.
So you're saying I'm doing the work of 2 or 3 guys?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
The spray patcher, what we usually use that for is when we're paving our streets in the summertime. We got mostly all our street guys just on the paving and milling crew.
Okay.
So what the spray patcher does is go out there, one guy operation can fill these potholes. It's very nice.
All right. Is it going?
Yep.
Oh, we turned this off! All right, you better finish this up now. You got to just get into a groove. You're gonna leave it like that? That's okay?
Nope. This mix is not really good mix.
It's the mix. It's not the labor involved. That's what I thought too, Carl. All right, Carl. So you took my kind of C-level work and you made it A-level work here, right? So this looks pretty good.
Oh,
so tell us though what you guys do to help stop that from becoming a pothole. You mentioned something earlier about alligator cracking. Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, so like usually in the fall or if we're right in the area, well, if I see a spot like this in a road,
yeah,
this is what we call alligatoring, just because it looks like an alligator's back, obviously.
Yeah.
And so what we'll do is we'll spray tack this, and then I'll smooth it out so that none of the water during rain or snow gets down in there and makes another pothole. Because next spring, if I left this just the way it is, it will be a huge pothole.
It would be an enormous pothole right here.
Correct.
Okay, okay. Well, Carl, thank you for your time today.
Well, thank you.
For teaching me how to fill a pothole.
Yeah.
And you do great work here, and we appreciate it very much. I'm Edina City Manager Scott Neal. You've been watching On the Job. Be sure to join us for our next episode, where we show you more about the city employees that make Edina a great place to live.